Welcome to One Chemistry. Always try to do your best. Now, let us see about 100 concepts in organic chemistry. We are seeing it as episode. This is the episode number 58. If you didn't watch previous episodes, I encourage you to go and see. Here, we solve 5 problems step by step. Stay tuned. Let us see the first question. They are asking Diels-Alder reaction and expected product. Starting metal is cyclopentadiene and the dienophile, which is double bond attached with COOCH3 ester there. They are heating it up. They ask you to find the product. 4 products are given. 4 products are differ in the double bond and the position of COOCH3. Whether both COOCH are cis to each other, or trans to each other, or cis endo position, or cis exo position, or new extra double bond is formed. So 4 different products are suggested here. So from the starting material and 4 different products, you might realize the question is really about endo versus exo product identification. The answer is C. Let us see how. Here the reaction is simple Diels-Alder reaction, but you should know the fact that it always endo product is formed. It is called endo rule. Endo product is kinetic product because it is steric and it is quicker and it is low temperature product, so it is considered as kinetic there. Exo is thermodynamic, less steric, slow and favor at high temperature. Here just heating it up, so we expect endo as the main product here. The reason for endo product, you might realize this is from orbital overlap. Discussing orbital overlap beyond the scope of the present work. Here the concepts you have to learn here is Diels-Alder reaction always form endo product which is kinetic and major. Then let us look at the next question. They given the different bromides there. First bromide is cyclopentadiene with bromide. Second one is kind of 7-member conjugated triene and third one is benzyl bromide. Here they are asking rate of solvolysis. So you have to find which way the solvent influence here. The solvent you may guess it as water, but you have to guess which one will go faster here. So from the 3 different structure and possible rate of solvolysis, you might realize the question is really about intermediate versus rate there. The answer is D. Let us see how. Here the answer will be simple if you know the fact that stable intermediate always lead to faster solvolysis. So we got to find the stability of intermediate here. Let us analyze the stability. For the solvolysis the cation has to be formed. So the cation formation will be on all different products. First product, if you remove the bromine, you have the cation which is 4-pi and it is conjugated and it's planar. Normally 4-pi means 4-end system, it is anti-aromatic system, so it won't form at all because it is very much unstable there. If you look at the second one, the cation is formed which is very aromatic and it can be very stable, so it form and solvolysis quickly. If you look at the third one, after the elimination of bromine you will have cation. The cation can be stabilized by the resonance but not effective as aromaticity. So second will come first there, then you will have third, least will be the first one. The answer will be clearly D. The stability order is second, third and 1. Here the concepts you have to learn here is stable intermediate always give faster reaction. Second fact is influence of aromaticity is higher than the resonance here. Then let us look at the next question. They given the ether which is attached with allyl on either side, but one side allyl is attached with 2-methyl group. You are heating it up, you have linear chain compound which is dimethyl group, alkene and aldehyde is there. Basically they are asking what is really happening, whether it is oxy-cope rearrangement or sigmatropic rearrangement or Claisen rearrangement or pericyclic reaction. So from the reaction and 4 different rearrangements you might realize the question is really about mechanism versus naming reaction. The answer is B, C and D. Let us see how. By looking at the reaction, you might realize the question contained definitely rearrangement. Let us analyze what is really happening. Actually, the lone pair of electron donates, it forms 6-member transition state. Here I given numbers for your understanding. You have to follow through the numbers. So new bonds are forming and double bonds are loosening it up. Then the final product will be the migrated one. You have the final product. So what really happens is pericyclic reaction involved because the surface electrons are involved. Definitely the allyl group attached with oxygen also migrates. So definitely it's a Claisen rearrangement. And you might see here 3,3 sigma rearrangement also happening here. Sigmatropic rearrangement. But definitely not oxycope rearrangement because it involves alcohol. Here no alcohol involvement and ketone formation. Here just oxyallyl pericyclic reaction and Claisen rearrangement. Here the concepts you have to learn here is the reaction can be understood by many ways. It can be of many combinations. Then let us see the next question. Here you have benzene attached with many type of carbonyl group. First one is acid chloride, second one is ester, third one is amide, fourth one is aldehyde. Here they are asking order of CO stretching frequency. So you have to guess which functional group influences CO bond length and its vibration. From the 4 different carbonyl and question of CO, you might realize the question is really about functional group versus CO stretching. The answer is D. Let us see how. Here you have to analyze the extremes first. Normally the carbonyl group attached with lone pair of electron mean if you lose it double bond character because lone pair donated by double bond create the charges there. The charge weakening the CO bond length, mostly it will become single bond there. So stretching frequency will decrease there. Here if you look at the electronegativity order, oxygen is higher than chlorine, then nitrogen, then hydrogen will come. Most electronegative atoms don't donate the lone pair. Here oxygen and chlorine not supposed to donate the lone pair here. But chlorine in single bond behave only inductively. So the electronegativity is very high of chlorine there. So CO bond length is decreases. So it has very high frequency. Then if you look at the aldehyde, it will be very low because no effect is there. So it will be the least one. If you look at the lone pair of electron, the lone pair of electron can be easily donated to the carbonyl. So what really happens is weakening of CO bond. So it will be the least one. Then obviously second will come. So you have to see the order will be 3, 4, 2 and 1. Here the concepts you have to learn here is chlorine in sigma bond always behave inductively and least electronegative atom weakening the double bond of carbonyl there. Then let us look at the next question. They given the 4 different compounds. Basically all 4 compounds are with 2 chiral carbon. You have to find the pair of enantiomer. The 4 compounds have same atoms and same composition. So you have to find the relationship which is mirror image of each other. So you have to find which one is twisted, which one is not. So from the 4 different structure and possible question of enantiomers, you might realize the question is really about the structure identification versus enantiomers. The answer is B. Let us see how. Here we are analyzing the 4 structure. For our best analysis, we have to bring all COH2 group into top there. So to bring the first one to the top, we have to rotate to 180 degree, bring it to the top CH2OH. So if we bring top, the comparison will be easy. The compound 4 is totally different here, we will eliminate it straight away. If you compare 1, 2 and 3, the 1 and 2 will be totally different compound because bromine and amine are in different position. So only you have choice between 1 and 3. They are mirror image of each other. Definitely they are enantiomers. So the answer will be clearly B. 1 and 3 are enantiomers there. Here the concepts you have to learn here is whenever the question of enantiomer is asked, you have to convert the structure in the uniform way. Then only you can identify it. That's all from this episode. I hope it was easy. Thanks for watching. If you have any suggestion, comment below. Stay tuned for next episode.